Hey there and happy Wednesday. So sorry to be so late tonight, but yet I'm not really that sorry. So I was hoping to just put on a splash of makeup before I came on, and I haven't even done that today yet. And I thought I'm still going to do my live. You can kind of see I have my messy bun. But I got a phone call from a stamping friend. And like I've said in the past, if it's my team, stamping friend, whatever, that trumps all. And so I thought, you know what? The live will happen when the live happens. I am ready for it. So I'll just come live when I got off the phone. And it was just the best conversation with the stamper that, gosh, we haven't talked in about a year. And so it was just so good to catch up and just have that connection continue that we haven't had for a while. But I need to show you the fun card that I came up with tonight, and you'll laugh when you think of how I thought it was going to go and how it did go. And sometimes I tell you and show you different things, but I don't even have anything different to show you because I never got started with how it was supposed to go. But here is card number 2 for Dawn Erlbeck's virtual party, and it's just a fun heart card. It doesn't have to be Valentine's, but it could. So let me get my camera turned around so that way you don't have to look at my my face. And so I just told my friend too, as we were hanging up, I said, well, tonight on Wednesday nights, the guys go off and Drake goes to Comfrey to play basketball, and with his group, age group, and Dwayne goes off to Wyndham to play basketball with his age group. And so it's kind of quiet. Sometimes I just love to have the quiet time at home, maybe watch something on TV that's my favorite, that's maybe not their favorite, eat some popcorn, or sometimes I just love to clean hard, and that's what my plan was tonight. And I was kind of losing steam as it got a little bit later, but then when I got that phone call, now I am energized, and that's what good friendship does. A good friendship should energize you. And so after tonight, after I get this posted, I'm going to clean some of my house yet. All right, who do we have joining us? We've got Lori, we've got Joyce, we've got Diane. So yeah, thanks for your patience and hanging in there and waiting for me to go live. I hope that you just weren't waiting there doing nothing the whole time, because I know you three. I know you weren't just waiting there doing nothing. All right, so here is the card up front. I won't really say a fun fold as much as just maybe like a flap fold, because fun folds I always feel like they have something special that does something magical. But this, I just thought it was kind of fun to cut it off and have some more white showing from the inside and that. So yeah, it just it'll come together and you'll see how. And I kind of also am doing this card from the start a little bit more than I normally do, so you can kind of see all of that too. Oh, Missy, you just talked to June. That's good. I think she just needs a little pickup. Your family has been through a little rough spot, so I'm glad that you could be or her family, but I always say your family because you guys have been together so long. You're kind of all one family, as you guys know. So I'm glad that you talked to her. And hello, Kim. All right, so tonight what I wanted to do from the mini catalog is show the bundle, this Hugs for Love bundle. It was like one of the things I was so excited to work with, and I don't know why I didn't right away. Even just this color combination, I love blues with crumb cake, and lately I've been making other cards with that same color combination, and so I thought I'm going to get this out. And then just so you can see, 2 pages later, oh, I think, is this one of the celebration choices, one of the new ones? No, after I kind of passed through that. Don't forget that 2 pages later, on page 58, there's the bright borders, and that also coordinates with the same punch. So the set on page 54 is the bundle savings, which is Hugs for Love bundle, and then 2 pages later is the bright borders that coordinates, but this is just a standalone stamp set. And I just really like this for the sentiments, and I just thought, gosh, we get more. So like this one has 2 borders that can fit with that punch, and this has 3, and I'm like, you know what, I think I'm just gonna love these. So I just went all in. So I get this out for Dawn's party to plan. something, and what happens is I start stamping and then realize I have nowhere that I really want this punch to fit in. And I thought, I just like it just the way it is without the punch. So I just used the stamp set tonight for you guys, and I am loving this. And what I love is there is a Happy Valentine's Day. So that's great to have with all these hearts. So here's all these hearts. Even this has little hearts here. And if you look closely, this frame has little hearts there. Lots of hugs and kisses. You and I make the best team. You make me smile is the one I'm using. Sending you a big hug. Life is better with you. Just some fun sayings. So I started stamping that out, like I said, and never even got it in the label or the punch. But that's okay. Sometimes have you ever pivoted and go, you know, I kind of like how this turned out. Hi there, Jody. So let me get started here with kind of the base of the card. Like I said, I kind of want to cut it down from scratch so you can see. So what I did is took 8.5 by 11, and then I cut it in half, and then I take and cut off 2 1/4 inches, and that's just gonna be where this strip gets cut off, and that can be put aside. A lot of times I will have that be like the backing here or something, but today I wanted to go with the Melon Mambo and such. And then I'm going to score it at the 5 1/2, which is half of the card, which is normal. So we've got that. I'm going to leave this out. Now this hot pink color, I feel like every time I use Melon Mambo, I'm not happy unless I'm backing it with black to make it pop. So this is from that Toadstool Gardens, that free celebration pack, and everybody's been loving it. But I was kind of struggling with what to do with this pattern. Like this to me, reminds me of the 80s, kind of that neon type of like Zuba pants. If you remember Zuba pants, it seems to me like the pattern that were in Zuba pants. And I don't know, I wasn't a fan. Did I have Zuba pants? Yes, everybody did, but I wasn't really a fan of this type of pattern. So I thought, well, maybe this, but it feels like chromosomes underneath a microscope. Is what it looks like to me too. But then once I put this on black, I went, ooh, that's kind of fun. So that's how that came about. And you can just be going, oh gosh, Belle, you need a nap or something. All right, so I'm going to take a 6 by 6 and just trim this off at the 4-inch mark, set the 2 inches aside, and then turn it, and then I'll have 2 sections that are 3 by 4. So you can actually then make 2 cards with that. So that's how that comes to be. And then I'm going to take this and just give it a good score with my bone folder here. And then you'll see how that flap is there. And that is going to nicely hold this 3 by 4 inch section, because this section is about 4 1/4 now by 3 1/4. Like so. Okay, so we've got that there. And then I have this 2 inch by 3 inch piece of basic white. And now we're going to do our stamping. So this is a photopolymer stamp set, the Hugs for Love. I'm going to start with the Melon Mambo ink pad. And I'm going to grab, like I said, there's all these fun little hearts on the Hugs for Love. I'm going to grab the solid one and just ink that up. Good. Oh, and before I do that, because I don't want to forget, because this one is very solid, this one's pretty solid, and then the word smile is pretty solid. What I do when I use them for the first time, because sometimes red rubber and photopolymer stamps have like a coating that happens during the process of making them. So a lot of times I'll just pretend like this is an eraser, or even up on my little neoprene desktop there, just give it like I'm erasing it like an eraser. And then that helps to get the ink to really adhere to the photopolymer, especially these solid stamps. You will see need a little bit more of that. And so then you can go, oh wow, yeah, some people say mine never do that, it almost looks like bubbles on there or something. So that's just my little tip or trick of the day. Next I'm going to take Real Red, And I'm going to take I call it the visor heart. Kind of reminds me of the 80s, those sunglasses that had the little louvers in there. And so we have that, but I love that. And then next, I'm going to take my Memento Black, and that You Make Me Smile. I'm going to ink that up with my black ink here. Just put that kind of over top the big heart, but yet off to the side like so. And that really pops with that too. It shows up really easily. And then I'm going to go back with the Real Red, and there's this cute little row of 6 tiny hearts in there too. With it being photopolymer, makes it pretty easy to line that up. So I just loved the lineup of that, the look of that. And so then what I do next is just matte that. I thought about, like I said, taking in some of that black to matte that, but then it kind of got just too dark and it just kind of faded in there. So I grabbed a piece of the Melon Mambo. This is 2 by 3, so that's going to be 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. And I'll just put some adhesive there and put that on there, not popped up or anything, just like so. And then I have next this black strip, and this black strip I cut 1 inch by 5 1/4. And then before I even put it on my card, I'm going to do just like a little tag to the end. And you know how you have those banner cuts? Well, here, like this, that's what this is the card I'm making. The banner cut there. The other night at the class, I was able to teach people, like, we used to always cut in, and then the angle would never be right. So I was so thrilled when I learned that you can cut straight up the middle, and then from one end go towards the middle, from the other corner go towards the middle, and then your banner cut will be, you'll be a lot happier with it. It should turn out to be pretty even, or at least for me, it's been more even than it used to be. And then next, I'm just going to put some adhesive on about half of this strip, because we've got this flap, so we don't want to put it all the way across and accidentally glue our card closed. So I'm just going to line this up even with the Melon Mambo toadstool paper there, and that goes across, and it's not going to really show up until we get the white inside layer on there. So you'll see that. And then next, well, actually, let's work on that inside layer. So in the Hugs for Love, we've got these cute little hearts clustered together. And I'm going to take my Melon Mambo ink pad. It's so funny because I just got this new one. I had the old style with like the felt top, and I thought I hardly ever use Melon Mambo, so I'm not going to upgrade that one until I really have to. I've had this one for like 2 weeks, and now I use it all the time, so it's kind of funny. So I'm just going to take this little cluster of hearts here and put those in the top and bottom corners of this piece of basic white, and this is 4 by 5 1/4, kind of my standard for the insides of cards, like so. And then just going to put that there and go like that so I don't smear it. So now you can see where this little flap here, or that strip, shows up a lot more there on the white. And then I'm just going to flip this over and put some dimensionals on half of it, because there again it's going to overlap into the white space, but we don't want to accidentally stick our card closed. So now we've got this, and before I kind of push it down too much, I always like go like that. Okay, there's no dimensionals showing, so I think we're good. And I'm just going to give that a press down too. So just the way this came together, I thought was so fun, and just kind of reminded me of like a gate latch, you know, or something where you have those old-fashioned gates. And yeah, that's not my purpose or whatever, but I just love that little banner on there for the fold. And then the inside's already done now too. So you'll just have to watch if you're writing in the inside that that's all that you've got for space. Otherwise it's going to show, which isn't the worst, but just something to keep in mind. And then for accessorizing, you guys, I got out my adhesive back shiny sequins. This was part of that Zinnia suite, and I don't even know if the Zinnia stamps and dies are available. Yesterday they went to the reduced even more, that last chance section. They went down again, and now these shiny sequins, I think they were $7.50, and now they are $4.50 for this big sheet of sequins. So we've got lemon lime twist, lemon lolly, pumpkin pie, and melon mambo on here. So those of you that have the Zinnia paper, you've probably used all of yours up, but if you need more of these fun embellishments, they are still available at that great price. So I'm kind of obsessed with embellishments, so I'm always like looking at those for getting the deals too, because I think it just adds so much to the project. So there we have card number 2 here for Dawn Earlbeck. That's her host code. So if you're thinking of needing anything or want to order from her party, that is a code that you'll use, and then you'll get this card that I made tonight, as well as the one that I made yesterday and the one that I hope to make tomorrow. So I'm getting grandkids tomorrow for a few days, and so it's just like, okay, that's why I kind of want to clean my house yet tonight, so that's all taken care of before they come, so that we can just enjoy the time with them and feel like everything's set to go, because you know how it is with grandkids, you just want to spend that uninterrupted time and have the time for them be just as special as it is for us. So take care, have a good evening, and hope to see you again tomorrow with card number 3 for Dawn Earlbeck. Thanks, bye-bye.